All right, so that was an overview of Deco Summit. Hopefully, you were able to see some of the different kind of seminars and things and different things that are planned for that 3 day conference. Just to clarify, there's two types of tickets, right? There's the general admission ticket, and there's the VIP ticket. Both give you access to all 3 days of seminars. But if you want hands-on training, which are limited in size, it's about 10 15 people per class. If you want hands-on training with a Ricoma machine, whether that's embroidery, whether that's with our DTF, with the white toner transfer printer, our heat presses, we have a wide variety of hands-on training classes for you to choose from. If you want hands-on training with an instructor, that you do have to get a VIP pass for. So luckily, we do have a flash sale this week. If you use the code DECO10, that's DECO10. If you use the code DECO10 between now and Friday at 6 p.m. on decosummit.com, you do get 10% off of any ticket that you purchase. So, right now the general admission tickets are $495. So if you use the Deco 10, you get $450. So you save about $50 there. And these tickets will go up in price as we get closer and closer to the event. So right now we're in the super early bird phase, and that actually ends on April 30th, at the end of this month. So if we can kind of show that, we have three different phases. We have the super early bird phase, and then we have the early bird phase, and then the last minute right before the event. So during the super early bird phase, which is currently and goes on till the end of this month, April 30th, the tickets are going to be the lowest price they're going to be. So you can see there, starting at $495, which is the general admission ticket. They will go up to $695 when it comes time for early bird on May 1st, and then if you wait till last minute, they're going to be at $895. So tickets will sell out. We do expect them to sell out, as they have done for the last 4 years that we've done this. This is I think our fifth annual Deco Summit. So they will always sell out, and then the first to sell out are probably the VIP tickets. Those are things that people snag up first, because they are going to be limited in quantity, because we can't have too many people in all of the classes. It's just not enough instructors and also machines to accommodate that many people. So those do tend to go first, and so there's a lot of people that have already ordered those since we have launched it about a month ago, and we still have a little bit over 3 weeks, a little bit under 3 weeks until the prices go up. So if you want to take advantage of the lowest price that these tickets are ever going to be, plus get an additional 10% off of the already lowest price, use the code DECO10 between now and Friday and get an extra 10% off of those tickets. All right, the event is going to be in Miami, Florida. I saw some questions from people in the chat about some people are from Washington State, whether the event could be closer to home. Unfortunately, the event, the venue is going to be in Miami, Florida. Maybe, as time goes on, if there's demand in other places, we'll kind of, open up other events. But as of right now, the most feasible ways for everyone to gather in Miami, Florida. So for the last couple of years, they have always been in venues here in Miami. So this year it will be in the Blue Lagoon Hilton in Miami, Florida, which is a great venue. And it will be 3 days, September 28th, 29th, and 30th. And it's right next to the Miami International Airport. So kind of and I even believe there's a shuttle, if I'm not mistaken. It's 4 miles from Miami International, and there's a free shuttle that goes from the airport to the hotel. So that's where the event is going to be held. All right, so if you're interested in that, make sure you take advantage of that code DECO10, DECO10, before Friday. All right, and you can buy the tickets on decosummit.com. And then last but not least, speaking of Deco Summit, we do have a giveaway for today's live stream. We will be announcing one lucky winner who will receive one free Deco Summit general admission ticket that you can choose to upgrade or just use as is. You can choose to upgrade that as well to a VIP ticket and just pay the difference. But we will be giving away one general admission ticket to Deco Summit at the end of this live stream. So if you're interested to kind of see if you can win that, make sure you stick around till the end where we will announce the winner. Okay, so with all that said, let's kind of jump into today's topic. Again, if you guys have any questions about what I just mentioned, about some of the sales we have going on, about Deco Summit, about anything else that I just talked about, comment in the chat section, and then I'll get to it when I kind of go back and answer these questions. But before we kind of do that, let's kind of talk about today's topic, which is how to find and retain customers for your custom apparel business. So I know a lot of people struggle with this, and let me know in the comments if this is something that you struggle with, or that you are looking to kind of hone and master, because whether you're starting out in the business or you're looking to scale your business, finding and be able to retain customers is kind of the lifeblood of any business. So especially when you're starting out, it might be difficult to find new customers. That's what a lot of people struggle with. And being able to get those orders in on a consistent basis, right? And then, once you're at scale, how do you retain those customers so they keep coming back? Because they're going to be a source of repeat revenue, which is going to be super important for any viable business as they scale. So let me know if this is something that you struggle with, because I hear a lot of questions from everyone about, how do I get my first customer? How do I, what should I do if I want to get, a school to be a vendor for the school, or be able to get into a specific industry and provide the custom apparel for that particular industry. So all of this has to do with kind of customer acquisition and being able to get that first customer and get your business going with those first couple of orders. So the first thing that I would tell you is that one of the most important things in terms of customer acquisition that people many times overlook is just leveraging their local network and kind of reach out to who they already know. Because chances are, the first thing that you should do is kind of pick off what I consider these low-hanging fruit that people overlook. In terms of talking to your friends or family, or reaching out to your friends to have them make introductions. Maybe, because I'm sure someone that you either know someone, or you know someone that either has a restaurant or a business, or is part of a school or a daycare, or they have a business, and every business has some need for custom apparel to demonstrate their branding, their logo on the stuff that their staff wears. So getting kind of the low-hanging fruit is many times overlooked, because people kind of start off wanting to get this super big account, and then they don't have any track record or any anything to show, and therefore trying to reach for the stars right off the bat. It's a little bit difficult to get those bigger accounts. But I would venture to say that if you just ask around, there's probably a lot of people that have small businesses that might have a need for custom apparel, and maybe currently don't have a vendor, or they do have a vendor, but it's not, being that you have a warm introduction, might be able to kind of replace their existing vendor and get your foot in the door. That's what I would consider to be the first step. If you are in the real estate industry, right, and there's probably a lot of real estate agents and that need kind of polo shirts or hats or button downs with their logo on it, right, with the agent's logo on it. So those kind of things are many times overlooked, but a lot of times, if you just look around your immediate network, can get you in the door and get that started. That's the first thing that I would recommend to people that are starting out or are looking to acquire new customers. Then the next thing that I would do, once you have kind of gotten into that door and be able to, the most immediate next step is to make sure that you provide a good quality product and good service to the client that you just made, or you just acquired. Make sure that you master your craft in terms of the actual embroidery or the printing, if you're doing printing, and whatever order that they give you, big or small, you take that on, and then you are able to do a great job, not only a good job, but a great job in fulfilling that order, not only in terms of the quality, but also on time. You can hand ship it to them and drive it to them and drop it off if they're local. Do these extra things to kind of make sure that your first couple of orders from your first couple of customers go very, very smoothly, and to make sure that they're satisfied. Because what's going to happen is the next thing that you want to do after you kind of pick off these low-hanging fruit is every successful order that you do with a customer, customer, you want to ask for referrals. That's, I think, very much overlooked, and many times people just kind of can't get out of their comfort zone and just make the ask because they feel they might get turned down, or the business owner might not refer them or might not know anyone. But it doesn't hurt to ask. But the premise is you have to have built a good relationship, and you have to have done a good quality product, a good service for that particular client before you ask for that referral. But chances are, out of the couple of clients that you have, they'll be more than likely wanting to help out a small business, especially if you've done a good job for them, and they will refer you to another client. And that's how you get the ball rolling. And you do this for every single client, especially for your first 10, 20 clients. You do this on a very kind of detailed basis. You take care of their all of their apparel needs from A to Z. You make sure that everything is done right, and then you always ask for the referral at the end of kind of closing that transaction. And I think just those two steps alone, picking out the low-hanging fruit of connecting with your network and getting intros, and then doing good job for those intros that have that want to try out your service, and then asking them for referrals. Just those two steps, I think, will more than enough kickstart your business and keep you busy, in the beginning stages, to be able to, then kind of give you the chance to make sure that all that goes smoothly before scaling further. But many times I see people overlook those two elements. The next thing that I would say is, and another tip that I would give you is that you should probably think about sampling. Now, if you have already picked out these low-hanging fruit, you're already asking for referrals in your regular day-to-day business as you're completing orders. One thing to do if you have the time is to do some sampling and offer those samples to local businesses. So this is taking it a bit step further. It's not really a warm introduction. It's more of a cold call, and actually trying to acquire a local business to become the vendor for them for their custom apparel needs. But sampling is a great way to do that, because if you just bring around a sample book, if you have a sample book of your samples that you've done, especially if you have a previous track record of doing these great work for other clients that you have acquired, and you have a sample book, a portfolio that you can show to other businesses, they'll more likely transact with you if they see the type of quality that you are able to provide, and the type of range of garments and services that you're able to offer. Maybe they didn't know that you offer caps or jackets, or even visors for local Starbucks, or aprons for local restaurants, right? Those things, if you have a portfolio of those things and people see that, they're more likely to kind of take a shot and place a small order with you. Then you just got to make sure that obviously that order goes well and you retain that client in the future. But sampling is a great way to kind of a more effective way than cold calling and just kind of saying on the phone that you have this service, but really showing the business owner what you can offer in terms of actual quality work of samples. Like you can have these swatches. We even have a sample book here of different types of samples that we've done and different materials that we've done, and you're able to kind of have them on swatches, be able to organize them and show them to the customers. We even have in the back of in the background here, you probably even see different samples of projects that we've done, whether it's with like printing, whether it's with caps, different we even have like car mats back there, hoodies, bags, different things that we've done as part of our projects. We keep them so that we can show people, okay, what's possible with the equipment that we provide. So in a similar vein, you can use sampling to show what kind of service you are able to offer, what you're good at, and build a portfolio of work that you can show to prospects and bring them in the door. Okay, so that's a third way that you can go about acquiring new customers. The next step is taking it a step further. This is a little bit more advanced. But and I also think you can do this either starting out if you have the budget, or you can do this when you're scaling. Is to take advantage of online platforms. There's a lot of people that in our industry, especially with embroidery, they sell on Etsy. They make an account, make a couple of listings, again showing people what they do with different pictures. Maybe they do monograms or simple designs on caps. Maybe you can customize it if you type in your name, and they'll do these one-off orders. And you can kind of fill your gaps of your schedule by selling on an online platform. That's something to also consider if you are, if you have the budget. Obviously, they're signing up for these online platforms. They do take a cut of the revenue, but you do get a traffic source of people constantly searching for these type of items without you having to do any advertising. So that's the benefit of some of these online platforms like Etsy. We also have an online platform called Garmio, which is kind of like an Uber for the custom apparel industry, where we connect businesses or individuals that want decorated apparel with businesses that can customize it for them, vendors that can fulfill that order. And actually right now we're kind of reopening up the doors to kind of take on a few vendors that in our platform to be able to provide these services to people that are looking to decorate 50 caps, or there's people that buy 20 polo shirts for their company, or whatever the case is. So kind of we will route those orders to qualified vendors that can provide that service and be able to then ship direct to the end user. So Garmio, if you haven't heard about it, it kind of acts as like a platform to be able to connect people that need custom apparel with those that have the ability and the capacity to fulfill those type of orders. So very much like Etsy, which is more like handcraft goods, but with Garmio it's mainly focused on decorated apparel. Okay, so joining platforms can also kind of boost your business in a different way, where it can either be your main avenue of how you do business. Some people make a living off of Etsy, and that's kind of where they sell the most. Or it can act as a supplement to your business, where you're plugging in some time where you have downtime, and you can take on these smaller orders, because you can control kind of what kind of orders you want to take on, right? On Etsy, you can turn off the listing. That way there's no one kind of looking for that. And then on Garmio as well, you can toggle on and off whether you want to take on orders, or you're busy with other things, or you're on vacation. You can turn off your store so that there's no orders that are being routed to you. So you're kind of in control of the capacity that you want to take on for these type of orders. Okay. All right. And last but not least, I kind of talk about online platforms. That's kind of the next step. And then finally, one thing I would really recommend everyone to do, and this is especially true if you want to scale to the next level, is to make sure that you are on social media. Because nowadays, people, especially with decorated apparel, whether it's embroidery, whether it's digital printing, it's very, very visual. So Instagram, for example, is a great place for people to look at different types of designs. A lot of screen printers and embroiderers, they are active on Instagram and on even TikTok to kind of show behind the scenes what their process is like, and that gets people interested. That not only shows people your behind the scenes process, but more importantly, it lets prospects, the consumers, know what kind of services you offer, and then they might likely place an order with you if you put your contact information there, right? So it's a great way to advertise with content, and especially it's free. There's no need to pay for anything on these platforms. You just have to be consistent with posting the content. And I really believe that not only that is decorated apparel very visual, so it's very natural to kind of show these type of different designs, how it's being embroidered or printed. You can shoot short form videos to show the process. It's a very natural way to be on Instagram or on TikTok or on YouTube even. To showcase kind of what you do behind the scenes. People would love to see that. At the same time, I also believe that with these type of behind the scenes and showing kind of what you're able to do, people are able to find you and be able to be like, oh wow, I didn't know that you offer embroidery on caps, let's say, and then they're able to contact you, and that's how you get some of the orders as well. So content marketing on social media, being active and consistent on these platforms, you'll be surprised at how much business you'll be able to generate just from doing that. The other thing I want to mention about decorated apparel in general is that not only is it visual and it's very conducive for this industry to shoot the photos or the videos. It's a very visual art. At the same time, it's also very easy to do because all you're doing is documenting your process. If you're already embroidering something or you're already printing something for a customer, simply take out the phone and shoot a quick video of it embroidering, right? You're already doing that process. It's not like you're going out of your way to have to set everything up and then take photos or shoot videos. You're already doing the process. You're just documenting it. So as it's embroidering, while you're waiting for the machine to finish, when you're waiting for the machine to finish printing and all of that, you can simply take out your phone, and it doesn't have to be a fancy camera. You just take out your phone and shoot a quick video of the machine doing its thing, and then showcasing the design, and then maybe one other quick video of the finished product, or a quick photo of the finished product after you take it off of the machine, and be able to post that. And just that alone, the organic feel of those type of content, you'll be surprised at how many people find that interesting, and then be able to find you that you're a business that's able to offer those type of services, and then reach out to you. Just have your number or your email or your contact info in your profile, especially on Instagram or something, and then people are able to you'll be surprised that you'll get calls that way of people ordering different orders from you because they saw a piece of content that you're posting. You just have to be very consistent and make sure that you don't post every 3 months when you get the time. You have to be consistent with it. Try to post at least 2, 3, 4 times a week so that you can be consistent with the type of content that you're putting out. Especially, as I said, it doesn't take much effort because you're already doing that process. You're already spending the time to fulfill that order. Just take out your phone and document the process. All right, so that's kind of what I gotta say for the topic for today about how to find and retain your customers. Make sure you guys implement some of these tips. If you let me know in the comments below if you're already doing some of these things. If you have already reached out to your local network and friends and family and get warm intros for these low-hanging fruit. If you're already doing sampling, if you're already kind of on these online platforms, if you're already kind of asking for referrals for good clients that you have retained, and whether you are on social media already posting different types of content on your social media. Feel free to drop your social media handle down in the chat section. I'm sure a lot of people will see it and be able to check it out. So and then we might check it out too if you have our machines. Many times we find people that have a good social media presence to do like customer success stories. You've probably seen a lot of those on our YouTube channel, kind of showcasing a customer's business. That gets a lot of exposure, especially when we have 100 over 130 140,000 subscribers on YouTube, over or close to 100,000 on Instagram. All of those are great platforms to get a little bit of exposure, especially if you have a business that's looking to get more orders. So feel free to drop your handle in the comment section below if you're already on social media, and let us know where it is. It's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. All right, so with that said, I'll kind of go through the comment section now and answer any questions you guys might have about either, when I talk about Deco Summit, some of the sales we have going on, about this particular topic, about finding and retaining your customers. Feel free to shoot away with any question you might have. I'm going to go through some of the questions, answer them in the order that they come in, and try to knock them out as much as possible in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll start on YouTube here. I'll kind of go back up here. Okay. So some people ask about the printer. I assume you're asking about the white toner transfer printer. Can you buy the printer by itself? Asked by Kevin G on YouTube. No, it comes in a bundle because you would need the heat press to do it to do everything, and by the machine by itself is not going to cost any difference. So might as well get the heat press because really when you when you scale in digital printing, you're not really, especially in white toner transfer printers, you're scaling by the number of heat presses that you have, because the printer can print out sheet after sheet, but it's the number of heat presses that you have that you're limited on how fast you can press them and transfer them. So it doesn't hurt. It will only benefit you to have more heat presses. That way you can line them up and be able to kind of press multiple sheets at once and speed up your production process. Mary Cope asked, for a beginner, which do you recommend, other digital printing or DTF? So it really depends on your needs. Mary, one, do you have the space for it? Two, DTF, especially the roll-to-roll DTF, is a sizable budget. So you're looking at just under $30,000 in terms of the budget. Again, you can finance it. Put a small down payment and then finance the rest with 0% financing. But it is a sizable total investment. So you got to have the volume to be able to justify it. So if you're just starting out, not sure if that's the best fit for you, but hey, maybe you have another line of business that maybe say you already do embroidery and you're just looking to add on digital printing. You might already have a subset of customers that you can easily transfer over to the printing side and offer the same customers another option to print. So for those type of people, I would recommend, that could be something that you go with. Also, if you have the budget for it, it's not bad starting out with the DTF either, especially a roll-to-roll DTF, because of the fact that I mentioned a roll-to-roll DTF, you have the flexibility to just sell the transfer sheets. So you don't have to do a full-blown transfer and print t-shirts and all of that to sell. You could do that. It's obviously you make more profit doing that. But there's plenty of people that just want to buy, they give you their design. They want it printed on the transfer sheet. You ship them the transfer sheet, and then they have the heat presses to be able to press it onto their own garments, or then resell to their customers, right? So it's kind of a chain. So with the roll-to-roll DTF, you can do the whole process and kind of do the printing and the transfer, or you just do the printing and then sell the transfer sheets to someone else. You can many people invest $30,000 into that machine, and they'll sell transfer sheets for a couple of dollars each, and then they just fly out the door, because you can print many of them using very little time, and then leave all of the kind of time-consuming pressing to someone else. Obviously, you make lower margin because all you're doing is the printing. But if that's what you want, and that can be an effective way for you to run your business, people do that as well. And roll-to-roll TTF offers you that option. All right, so a couple of people said hopefully looking to attend the Deco Summit this year. Well, we hope to meet you there as well if you haven't been there before. And Wendy, what is it here? Wendy Fernandez commented, "Amazing! This is what makes this company different than others." Thank you so much, Wendy, for that comment. A lot of, I think, there can be a lot of companies that can sell you a machine, but very few, if not none, can really offer you the type of content and the education and the ongoing education that we offer here, whether it's with Deco Summit, these 3-day conferences, whether it's with all of the content that we provide, or whether it's with these live streams that we kind of offer you, these type of Q&As. All of this is kind of extra things that we offer free of charge to make sure that you get the most out of your machine, as well as be as successful as you can be in the apparel decoration business. Bruce Smith asked, do you still have training in Wilcom E 4.5? No, we don't. We don't sell the Wilcom anymore, so we don't have training on that either. But we do have Chroma. That's our proprietary digitizing software that we made ourselves, and compatible with both PC and Mac. And you don't need a dongle with Wilcom and every other embroidery digitizing software. You do need a dongle to plug into your PC. This is pure. Ours is purely in the cloud, and You don't need any sort of dongle. So if you lose your dongle, you have to buy a new software. Not the case with us. Naomi Bunn says, I know about Deco Summit and would like to attend this year. Seems very informative, and many have shared that what they learned there helped launch their businesses to the next level. Awesome. Great to hear that. And yeah, I've seen business partnerships form from meeting at Deco Summit. I've seen people just take away one thing from the conference and be able to launch their business further. I really tell people this, while the ticket seems like okay, $495 if you get it before the end of this month, might seem like a sizable investment, as well as you have to get the airfare and hotel, which we do have a hotel block with discounted hotel rates at the conference at the venue. So you can take advantage of those as well if you're attending. Yes, it is going to be a little bit of an investment of not only your time but some money to actually go to the conference. But you look at the grand scheme of things, maybe you spend $1,000-$2,000 all in this 3-day trip, with your time and everything that you have to put in. But you walk away with one idea, one big idea, one tip, one a trick that you didn't know before, one tactic that you can implement into your business. Is it going to generate you more revenue than the $2,000 that you spend? I would venture to say yes, because the type of access that you're getting here, and I think that's super important. I think that many times when you go to a trade show, you're just walking around looking at different machines, right? But here you're really getting the one key thing that differentiates Deco Summit from every other trade show and conference in this industry is access. You get access to industry experts. You're speaking to me. I will definitely be there for some seminars. You get to talk with different experts, learn from your peers. You get access to our technicians, the experts here from our company. That level of access, whether it's to people, whether it's to the machines and tricks and tips and knowledge, the level of access that you get at Deco Summit will propel your business multiple times forward, because just one trick that you were able to figure out, whether it's on something technical or one business idea that that got spawned by talking to a colleague or a peer in the industry, something that they're doing, learning from each other. Just one idea, you take that back and you actually execute it. I guarantee you, it's worth multiple times the amount of the ticket and the time that you took to actually spend here. So that's why a lot of people find this type of conference very helpful. Rather than a trade show, you're kind of walking around looking at what to buy, and really you're looking at equipment and supplies. But here, while you can still do that, we have a trade show floor. You can go and check out our latest and greatest machines and technology. But the more important thing is the networking, the learning, and then taking that one thing away to be able to implement your business and propel that forward. I think it's priceless. If you're to put a dollar value on that, I mean, it will be in the multiple 5 or 6 figures, depending on kind of what idea you get and implement back into your business. It's night and day compared to the amount that you have to spend on a ticket. That's why we ourselves here at Ricoma attend conferences with our staff here. We bring them to conferences as well, whether it's with marketing conference or a sales conference. And those tickets cost a lot more than Deco Summit tickets. But one takeaway from that, we can implement that into our business that we didn't know before, and learn from someone that has been through that. I think it's priceless to be able to gain that knowledge. Betsy Floro asked a great question. What sets Ricoma embroidery machines apart from other brands? Great question, Betsy. And just to set some context, over the last several years, I think for the last 2 to 3 years in a row, Ricoma has sold more machines here in the U.S. than like the next 3 brands combined. So we've been number 1 in terms of volume in the industry for quite some time now. And it boils down to two main things. This is what really sets us apart, and what I believe is is a differentiator, and what has propelled us to be the industry leader in terms of volume. And again, when you look at volume, not just larger than the next guy, but larger than the next next three brands all combined in terms of what they sell on a yearly basis. So the reason why our machines are that sets Ricoma, not only our machines but the company apart from other brands and companies, are two things. One, we are and this is the most important one. One, we're the manufacturer. And no other company in the U.S. can say that, because whether you're looking at other brands, they are usually a master dealer or a master distributor of another brand. They're an authorized dealer, kind of like a Home Depot, right? You're a dealer, and then you're a retailer. You bring on different brands, you sell them all in one shop. They might have only one exclusive embroidery machine brand, but nonetheless, they're the dealer. They're not the manufacturer. With us here at Ricoma, we go from our business model is end-to-end solution for our customers, starting from engineering and design to manufacturing to sales and distribution to after-sales service, training, and support. So starting from manufacturing the machine all the way to supporting and training you on the product, all of that is done under the Ricoma ecosystem. We own our own factory. We have our own distribution. Obviously, we sell here in the U.S. We have our own trainers and staff that many of you have probably interacted with, that trains you on the machines and teaches you how to troubleshoot if you have an issue. All of that is because we're the manufacturer. We're able to do that because we're the manufacturer. And having the manufacturer just cuts out the middleman altogether, and you're dealing directly with the factory, which not only gets you the best price, because any middleman will need to make a margin. So not only are you getting the best price because you cut out the middleman and dealing direct to factory, and two, it's because you're also dealing with people that have the most knowledge. Imagine dealing with a middleman that if they don't know something, they would have to go to the people that actually made the product, right? Well, we're the ones that made the product, so all of our techs and staff are factory certified with all of the access to blueprints and engineering documents and all of that, and have ground level access to engineers. All of those things makes them most knowledgeable about our own products, versus other staff, other companies, other brands. If they're just selling someone else's product, you can never be as knowledgeable as the people making the product, right? So when you make it and sell it and support it, you just can't beat that type of structure. So that's one huge thing that separates Ricoma from other brands. The second thing is that, and kind of goes along with the structure, that why being a manufacturer helps, is that we have the best customer support in the industry, meaning because we're the manufacturer, we have a wide range of machines to choose from, right? We have basically, we make everything, so we keep a lot of parts and everything in stock. But at the same time, because we're the manufacturer and we have that ground level support and access, again, access is so important, whether you're talking about Deco Summit or access to kind of engineers and information, right? Having access, having that ground level access is able to help us be the most knowledgeable that we can be of our products, and therefore we are the only ones that offer lifetime tech support. Which, if you go to another company, after the warranty is up, maybe it's 5 years. After the 5-year warranty is up, you would actually have to pay for tech support. Sometimes it's like $200 a month to even get access to someone to speak with you on the phone. Sometimes if the warranty is only like 2-3 years, maybe the labor warranty or whatever the case is, 1, 2, or 3 years. Even after that is up, you don't get support. You have to pay on a monthly basis to get support. So with us is lifetime support, as long as you're a Ricoma customer. And even if you sell your machine to someone else, you still get support. Now the warranty doesn't transfer, but you still get support. Even if you sell your machine and the next owner is able to get support. If you bought your machine secondhand, you're able to get support. You won't be able to do that with anyone else, because we're the manufacturer. We're able to do that. And on top of that, we're the only one in the industry that offers 7 days and after hours support. Meaning Monday through Friday, we go all the way till 9 p.m. Eastern, so 9 a.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. That's a 12-hour time frame for support when most companies just offer 9 to 5. And on Saturday and Sundays, you also have from I think 10 to 5 on support on Saturdays and Sundays. So you get 7 days a week support. So if you have a question or an issue on a weekend, you don't have to wait till Monday to get a hold of someone. Even if they can't solve your problem right away on the weekend, they have a game plan when Monday comes, so they get to your issue first thing in the morning and tackle it, right? Versus if you have to explain to someone from scratch what your issue is on a Monday morning, you probably have to wait longer, a couple of days more, versus having someone to be able to kind of get your ticket started on a weekend. So having after hour support and on weekend support, if it's many times it's 90% of the time it's a very simple issue. After hour support and weekend support can also get you up and running with just a simple phone call or video conference very, very easily without having to wait till Monday. So that just goes a long way, especially if you're doing this as a side gig, you're not doing this on a full-time basis. All of that will help you be able to kind of get access to someone without having to wait longer. So those are the two things I would say that most definitely distinguishes Ricoma from other machine brands. All right, let me see if there's some questions on. I already have the Stahls Fusion IQ and Stahls Fusion Cap Press. A mud press would be a great addition for me. Yeah, I think you can do that. Just speak with your rep, and they can swap that out for you. I don't think that should be a problem in the bundle. Boot Life Embroidery on Instagram asks, do you have training for patches on the TC 1501? Yeah, we have, so we don't have training specifically on patches, but we have a ton of videos talking about patches and how to do them on our YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and look at that so you can kind of follow along on some of the techniques. Deeply Rooted Embroidery on Instagram says, I definitely chose Ricoma because of the education available. Thank you so much. And that's something that we really pride ourselves on. And like I said, a great, big differentiator from us, versus other brands. First, Cobra on Instagram asks, will you be getting into wide format printing and cutters? So stay tuned for that. We have a lot of new products in the works, especially on digital printing. So that's something that, is in the pipeline. All right, let's see some questions on Facebook. Hicko Rick had a question. I don't see your question yet, Mr. Rick, but if you can post it on Facebook, I'll get to that. And then on YouTube, let's see if there's any other questions. The Brand Elevator on YouTube asks, are the Chroma tutorials only available on YouTube? So no, we do have a YouTube channel for Chroma where you can look at the videos, but we also have weekly live webinars. So if you're a Ricoma customer, which you are, if you have already purchased Chroma, log into your customer portal and you can sign up for any of the Chroma webinars. It covers a different topic every single webinar. We have about, I think, 3 a week. I think like Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something. But you can look at the different topics that's coming up and sign up for that webinar. If it fits your schedule. Carla Wood asks, how can I get training on the white toner software? I have a machine and so far I haven't been able to do much with it. So again, log into your customer portal. I don't know if you have the Essentials bundle or the Premium bundle, but if you have the Premium bundle, you have training included in that, live training. So you got to sign up for that in your customer portal. If you don't have the Premium bundle, you might have to pay a fee to join one of the live trainings, but just reach out to our service team and training department, and they'll be able to schedule you in for that and just pay a small fee to join part of the training. That's why it's important to get the Premium bundle, because you get not only the extended warranty, but you get the live training and everything else that's included with it. Mitchell Mason says, "What is the formula for pricing?" So I don't have too much time to get into a detailed formula on pricing, but I have several videos on YouTube talking about this topic. I can explain that in detail. You can just go ahead and watch that. My team will put a link down in the chat below. Thomas Gerhardt from Germany. Hello, many greetings from Germany. Since I am a seller of Ricoma embroidery machines, I can only confirm the good quality of the embroidery machines. Awesome. So that's probably one of our distributors or dealers in Germany. Bonifay J Shop asked, I would like to set up multiple machines in my house. What type of plugins would I need? Is it safe to plug two machines in one wall outlet? So here's what I would say. Now, is it gonna cause any issues? Probably not. But I would really invest in a power strip and with a surge protector on that power strip. Reason being, if you do have a power surge, you don't want the power surge to damage any of your electronics and boards, because those can get fried if there's a power surge. If you just plug it naked into the wall outlet, not the best way to kind of protect a $10,000-$20,000 investment. So invest in less than $100 in a power strip with a surge protector, and be able to use that as the buffer, and plug your machines in on that, and then plug it into the wall. So that just saves you the headache of having to replace any boards because of a power surge. All right. I think those are all the questions that I see here, the ones I was able to get to at least. But to kind of recap some of the things and to wrap up this live stream and to announce our giveaway. So a couple of things you guys kind of already know about our sales. We do have the white toner transfer printers, the embroidery machines, and the DTF printer. That's on sale. If you're joining us late, we kind of went over that at the beginning of this live stream. The embroidery machines are $135 per month with 0% financing, and the white toner transfer printers, we also have two packages there with 0% financing. I believe they start at like one. I've got the actual dollar amount, but the let me see here. A 145 per month with 0% financing on the white toner transfer printers. So you got the embroidery machines, you got the Luminaris 200 white toner transfer printers for 145 per month, and then last but not least, we do have the DTFs for sale as well, the direct to film printers. They are roll to roll, so they're quite sizable, but you get 0% financing on those as well. 0% for 72 months, $277 per month, with also a small down payment that is needed if you qualify. So for that, you can, as I mentioned, have the flexibility to print and transfer, or just print the transfer sheets, stack them up, and then ship them out to your customers that might just want to buy the transfers and transfer them onto their own garments on their own using their own heat press. So very flexible of a business model when you have a DTF, and super helpful for you to kind of look at what options you want to take for your business. All right, we do also have the shop.ricoma.com flash sale going on between now and Friday, 6 p.m. 10% off of heat presses, sewing machines, and vinyl cutters, plus free shipping. 20% off of Ricoma embroidery accessories like the belt hoop, the 8-in-1 device, which is super popular for embroidery on like non-hoopable items like sleeves, pockets, baby onesies, those kind of things. And 20% off of Chroma. So if you're looking to digitize, some people asked about whether we still offer training on Wilcom. So if you have Wilcom, you're looking to upgrade to Chroma, now's the chance to take advantage of that for 20% off. So that's on the shop as well between now and Friday. And you get free shipping when you spend over $1,000 if for the things that don't have free shipping. But heat presses and sewing machines and vinyl cutters all have free shipping. All right, so all that ends at this Friday at 6 p.m. And last but not least, we do have the Deco Summit on the Deco Summit tickets on sale as well. Many of you have mentioned you would love to make it. So between now and the end of April is when the tickets are going to be the lowest price ever on this super early bird phase. And between now and Friday, we have a flash sale that gives you 10% off in addition to the lowest price that's already currently on the website. So if you use the code DECO10, that's DECO10, DECO10 on decosummit.com, you get an extra 10% off of the ticket price on the website. All right, and that also is between now and Friday, so you have three days to take advantage of that as well. All right, with that said, we're gonna announce our winner for the giveaway. All right, the winner for one free Deco Summit General Admission ticket. We're gonna give that away to one lucky winner. So the way that you'll redeem it is we'll kind of get in touch with you and give you a code so that you can enter it into decosummit.com, and you basically get 100% off of that ticket. So we can either do that, or we can add your name to the attendees list if you have confirmed that you are going to attend. But probably easiest for you to just enter in the free code that we'll give you, that's unique to you, to the one lucky winner, to be able to redeem on decosummit.com. All right. So without further ado, the winner of the one Deco Summit General Admission ticket is going to be a viewer from Facebook. Margaret Willis. Margaret Willis is going to be the winner for the Deco Summit General Admission ticket. So Margaret Willis, if you're there on Facebook, make sure you comment so we know that you are there, and that way we can confirm your prize. Margaret Willis. We'll wait a couple of seconds. If not, we'll have to go to option number 2 if Margaret doesn't answer. Oh, Margaret doesn't seem to have answered on Facebook yet. So we'll give it another like 20 seconds, and then let me know in the comments if you're really interested if you're really gonna attend and interested in winning, and then we'll draw another winner here, because it doesn't seem like Margaret's there on Facebook. So we'll draw another winner. Let's see who that is. And by the way, before we do that, if you're on YouTube, do me a big favor and just hit that like button, that thumbs up button on the bottom of this video on YouTube. That lets me know that, and lets the algorithm know that this video is worth sharing and interesting to people, so it can push it out to more people. So yeah, just the thumbs up button at the bottom of the video. And then let's see, another winner. So it's gonna be Janelle Porter. So given that Margaret didn't answer, it's gonna be Janelle Porter on YouTube. Janelle Porter on YouTube. Janelle Porter, I already see Janelle Porter. Just comment that you're here. Oh, there we go. Janelle Porter. All right. So our winner for the one Deco Summit ticket is going to be Janelle Porter. You will get access to the 3-day conference with your general admission ticket. You can feel free to upgrade it to a VIP ticket if you want. And you can get in touch with our team to be able to do that. Our marketing team will reach out to you, give you all the information to be able to redeem your ticket. And I believe we can even give you a code so that it gives you, that amount off. And then if you want to purchase the VIP ticket on decosummit.com, you just have to pay the difference. So either use the ticket as is, or bring a friend or whoever and attend the summit, at the same time, and be able to kind of learn a lot and gain a lot of knowledge from that. So congrats to you, Janelle. Hopefully you put that ticket to good use. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining on Instagram as well. Hopefully you guys were able to learn a lot from kind of what we discussed. And most importantly, as I mentioned, just like in Deco Summit, you want to have that one big takeaway and implement and actually execute it in your business to propel your business forward. I hope you took the topics we talked about today about how to find and retain your customers, even if it's one thing that you're currently not doing that you want to be able to add on to your business, whether that's sampling or asking for referrals or selling on online platforms. Take advantage of some of the information we've given you, and more importantly, execute and implement it into your business, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to make a difference in what you're doing. All right. If you haven't followed us already on our social channels down below, we're active on Instagram, on TikTok for some entertaining content, and obviously on YouTube. YouTube for a lot of our tutorials and informational content there. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well if you want to keep up to date with the latest giveaways, which we do a lot of on TikTok and Instagram. So if you want to be a part of any of those giveaways, make sure you follow us on Instagram as well. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back here next month. Take care.